can't hear you. Oh,
wait. There you are. Hi.
I jumped in because you said you were waiting.
And we're here.
So are y'all really in the same place or are you photoshopped?
No, we're in the same place.
Woohoo.
You could test this like you could ask me to punch her in the face or something. You could see it.
No.
Oh, Macarena, that'd be good. Okay, yeah, that'd be easy.
Yes, we're at my house.
Yay. Because school's out.
Spring break. We would have been in Vegas, but
I'm glad you're self-quarantining.
yes, we are too.
We have to do our part.
Yes, we do.
For all the idiots that are not doing their part.
There's people in my school that are going, we have one person who just went to the Dominican Republic today.
Oh.
I know. And she asked me last week, she said, do you think I should go? I said, no.
No, you should not.
No, but it's my honeymoon.
Do you want to have more?
Right. Exactly. So,
Karen, I see your name, but I don't see your face.
That's right.
That's not fair.
Good enough. Good
Now
enough.
Shelby and Matt have closed theirs off for you. Oh, now I can't screenshot and make fun of people.
Oh.
you can make fun of us all you want.
I got on early because they said they were on early, so I jumped on.
That's right. I'm looking at your office.
Oh, it's so cool. So this is, hang on, don't have a seizure.
I'm
So
getting vertigo.
This is my planning board for DC.
Ooh. Yes.
And this is my events board, which I'm slowly taking things off.
Oh, sorry.
This is my closet with all of my STEM stuff.
You're very organized.
Yes. This is my new map that we're going to be pinging with all the places we've been. This is my family and friends wall.
Cute.
These are my things. All my stuff. There. This is Oliver's section.
Of
All
course.
of his toys. This is my guitar. My bucket list is to practice more, and I'm getting pretty good. So I can bring that with us when we sing.
You'll probably have more time to practice that in the coming weeks.
Yes, I'm doing that for 30 minutes every day.
Good.
And my kids are moving in with us in a couple, let me shut this door, in about 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
So we can quarantine together. That was it. I didn't like taking the drawers. There's Rita.
Hey, Rita.
Hi, Shelby.
How are you?
Lori.
Hi, Rita.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Karen will not let us see her face.
It's been a rough day.
So silly.
Oh, I like Kathy's look, how it's like this.
Kathy,
Yeah.
we want to see everything.
Just the tip of her eyes.
There you go. And there's Lori from Massachusetts.
How are you?
Good. How are
Hi,
you?
Lori.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hope everyone is healthy.
So far.
Excellent.
Yeah. Of course, it's allergy season, so every time I sneeze, I look around to see if anybody saw me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your dirty look.
It's true. We'll wait a few more minutes.
Matt and Shelby are together?
Yeah.
Well, no, we want them to hit each other to see if they've actually photoshopped them in there.
Not
They on spring break?
They are.
Spring break.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. We told Daisha we were supposed to be in Vegas, but certain circumstances came up and
They are flattening the curve.
right.
Geisha, you've been doing a bunch of travel. Does this affect you over the next couple weeks?
Oh Lord, yes. I'm broke as a skunk. I don't get paid unless I travel, and all my events have been canceled.
Oh, for how
We
long?
have
We got
food.
to see ya.
We have food, and I still have cheese curds because I hid them because my son-in-law loves them, so I hid them.
Mhm.
That's squeaky.
All right, Kathy, giving him the cheese curds.
And I have popcorn to pop if it gets to, like, if my little bags don't go away. All right, there's McKenna and there's Angela. Everyone,
Hi,
wave at
everybody.
them.
Hi, McKenna.
McKenna's our Florida girl, along with Angela, but on opposite sides of the state.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh,
It's so glad to see you.
Oh, yes.
And Angela, can you hear me? Oh no, we can't hear her again. Somebody type in the chat window any kind of help you can give her. We did this last week and she couldn't hear. Angela, can you hear us?
it says I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
We will try to troubleshoot this.
Mm.
But it will be recorded tonight. Leon, our newest member from Arizona, is on spring break. He promises that they are quarantined together, but the whole family's together, so he couldn't get on tonight. And let's see, and then wait another minute. Ooh, we have a quorum. Ooh, there is Marianne and Mariah.
Oh.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
There they are. Hi.
No judgment.
This
is volume so low.
Care Bear will not show us her face.
Oh, hi, Lori.
How are you, Marianne?
Okay, miss
Hi,
you.
Mariah. Surviving.
Hi.
Hey.
There's Kylie. Kylie
Hi,
is
Kylie.
a friend of
Hi, Kylie.
McKenna's. She's also
Hi,
on.
Rita.
Hi.
Susan is trying to get in the call. It's just
Caitlin can't make it. She's putting her kids to bed.
Okay.
Why is this so low?
One more minute.
Mm.
Okay, so we'll just start talking about silly stuff. So, your favorite guilty pleasure that you will be partaking of during this extended time that is not illegal. And we're going to start with Shelby and Matt because they were the first ones on the call.
I'd rather not stay in mixed company.
You're not together every moment because
No,
of,
I'm not.
so we'll let that just stand for itself. Okay.
It's what year is?
I don't know.
Kathy,
I was thinking sleep.
that's a guilty pleasure.
We don't have to have office hours till 9 o'clock, so I could sleep good.
Nice.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Susan?
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone
Hi,
because
Susan.
I can't get my computer to connect.
Okay.
Hey, Marianne.
How are you?
I'm good.
So
How are you?
Angela can't talk, but she says in the chat window that her guilty pleasure is going to be beach time right now because she lives on the beach.
Oh.
McKenna, what is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, she stole mine. I would have said beach.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna eat mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Mm.
A lot
That
of it.
sounds delicious. Rita.
I'm going to say my guilty pleasure is going to be lap swimming. I'm going to miss that terribly.
Oh.
Unless I can swim in that big pond leading up to those monuments.
Yeah.
We don't want to
It
do
should have
that.
water soon. It should have
Don't
water
want to do
soon.
that.
Yeah. Mariah and Mary, guilty pleasure?
You go. Watching Dr. Phil reruns for sure.
For sure.
For
I
sure.
love that, Marion, for sure.
Mine's
Mine's,
double team my Boston accent.
yeah.
Yeah. What's
Mine's
yours,
definitely
Mariah?
crafting. I got a new Cricut machine about a month ago that I'm dying to use.
We probably need to talk because I might need some Cricut stuff done.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, yeah. Ranger Jen is in the house.
Yeah, looking like I just rolled out of bed.
Oh, me too. Me too.
So Jen, we're just telling our guilty pleasure that we're going to be that we have. That's legal.
It's legal. God, I've too many things that geez. Yeah, I could go with that ice cream one. That was pretty good.
All right.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
we'll
take that
share.
one too, yeah. A good
Susan.
book. I'm time for a good book. That's kind of
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Susan,
Cardboard.
cardboard. Are you going to create things?
I like to make stuff with cardboard, and I don't usually have time. So yeah, I'm dabbling with cardboard. If it turns out, I'll show you guys what I do.
Okay. Very cool. Lori, what about you?
Well, I like to walk, and of course, with the winter months, it's kind of tough to get out. So, maybe get some time each day to get out and walk
Very nice.
myself.
By yourself. Kylie.
Probably naps.
Now,
Lots of naps. Yeah.
naps. Karen.
I'm looking forward to gardening when it gets a little bit warmer.
I always think you have corona.
Yes, she is a good gardener. All right. So did I miss someone? Let's see. I'm looking at, there's Michael Knowlton coming in from Florida. He's connecting to audio. There he is. Michael, we're sharing our guilty pleasures.
Oh.
Let
me look around the room. I don't know. I'm cooking right now, so maybe just maybe having a Miller Lite while I'm doing that.
Okay. All right. And my guilty pleasure is I'm going to try not to worry so much. So I built a bucket list to do for the next, I don't know, 2 weeks to 7 months. So we'll give you some updates. Our biggest update is we're still on. Okay. Oh, somebody needs to mute themselves, if you don't mind. And then, but unmute yourself when you talk. So right now we're still on. I was supposed to meet Jen this coming weekend in DC for some work with a virtual reality company that I'll tell you about. And, but that's been canceled. Social distancing has come into effect there. So we will not be doing that this weekend, but we still talk every night on Facebook, on messaging. So we still have every hope and that we will be together on June the 21st through the 24th and making plans for that. So don't panic yet. We're not. We feel like we're going to be in good shape. Now, lodging. That's still, I just have to, GW is closed. As you know, most universities are shutting down. But their summer housing is still, they're still going to plan for that until they're told they can't do that. So right now we are tentatively at Mount Vernon, which is the Mount Vernon campus in GW, which technically is only 3.5 miles from the mall, except that 3.5 miles is a very long ways when you're in DC.
They call it Mount Vernon, but that's not Mount Vernon like George Washington Mount Vernon.
Right. Which I thought we were going to stay in George's house, which I was
People might get a little
yeah.
confused. Yeah, that's just a neighborhood name, I think, as opposed to thinking we're going to Virginia.
Yes. true that. But we're working with them on providing a shuttle. They provide one to the First Metro, but they said they might be willing to go further. If not, they have Lyft and Uber there, and they can take up to 4 at a time. So we're going to be good. We went there 2 weeks ago. Gosh, it seems like a year ago, and walked from one end to the other and did some times, and decided that we have to spread the schedule out a little more, that it takes a while to walk to places. And I don't want anybody to like just fall out on the floor. So we're revising the schedule, making more time for things to be done, but still hoping to get everything in. There is a company that I want you to research. It's called SciArc. I put it in the chat window. That was the company we were going to meet with next week, but they do some really cool things with virtual reality and digitizing historical monuments, landmarks, memorials, and sites. So look a little bit on that to sort of see what you think about that, and we will have opportunity to talk about that more. Let's see, let me check my list. We are missing quite a lot of people tonight, so I will make sure we put this up for them. Does anyone have any like burning questions about this? Not about just things you have questions about, because I don't have those answers. If you do, turn on your little microphone.
Daisha,
yes.
oh, I could have raised my hand too, the digital hand raising, but
oh,
I'll do that too.
Okay.
Now I have a question. I'm one when I meet a lot of people, I love to talk and collaborate and spend time with them. Is there any recommendation you can give us on things maybe we should prepare ahead of time so that we can make the most of our time together? Because I'd be happy to do pre-work so that I'm like fully engaged and not like, oh my God, I wish I would have known this. I would have read about this monument.
Yeah, so that's a great question, Rita, and absolutely, we are less than 100 days away. So next Monday was going to be our official rollout of the revised, updated, and correct agenda, unless it changes. And with that, it has links to the places that we're going to be going, with some things to be thinking about, and also start thinking about questions that you might have that will help us create lesson plans to deposit into the repository for the national parks. So yes, and because I have a little bit more time now, it may come out earlier. You'll see that you saw that we released the Tidal Basin Challenge, a week before school completely went out. But I would still encourage you, when you're working with your kids, to go ahead and put that up somewhere on Google Classroom or wherever you're sharing stuff, so they can start thinking about it. And because when we meet with the Tidal Basin folks and other people that we hope we can meet with, we'd like to have some ideas in our head so that they'll think, God, those teachers are extremely smart. And we know we are, but sometimes other people don't believe that. So yes, Rita, we will give you time to prepare. We'll ask that you prepare all of your notes, Rita, in triplicate and double spaced, Times New Roman 14, and have those ready for us in case the rest of us don't do our homework. Rita, I'd also like you to think about, you like Arial better, Susan. Okay, double space. I got that. If you are there's also a survey going out tomorrow. It's going to ask you about some of your strengths, things that you're really good at, so we can start playing off of those when we get there. So if you're a photographer, or if you're a blogger, or a knitter, probably won't have much need for that at the event, but you surely can put that on there. But we want to see where our strengths lie, and we're going to be creating social media teams for those of you that where social media is your wheelhouse, we're going to have 3 teams. We're going to have a Twitter account, an Instagram, and a Facebook. And if you feel comfortable, only if you feel comfortable, we'll ask you to lead those teams during the event, so that when we do things, if you're the Twitter team, you're constantly putting stuff on Twitter. Now you can put it on across all 3 platforms, but this way we can really push it out there, because 2 of our goals is to have an amazing time and socially distance ourselves with hugs if we can, or elbow bumps. But the other thing is we want this to be extremely exciting, because we want to build sizzle reels off of this, so that the other parks will say yes, raise their hand in July for the next year. Okay, so we're building a whole, a whole story around this. Jen is working on figuring out which places that are giving us money will allow us to tag them. So we'll have a whole little list of things that you can copy paste into your notes on your phone. So when you're sharing stuff, you can share that out to your place. So be thinking about that when we send out some information. You can volunteer. And if you're not a social media person, but you wouldn't mind being like a learner and say, hey, I want to be on this team, and but I want to learn as I go, because that's what we all want to do. There's things that I want to learn from you. There's a lot of knitting going over here in the little, you guys are so much fun. 1-inch margins. I think the knitterer will have the busiest job. Yes. So whoever's knitting, thank you. Sina, you threw me just way off base. But social media is a big thing we're going to do. Okay. Other questions? Bring a device when you come, hopefully a computer or something. We'll figure out how to do this, because we have to carry things every day with us. But I think, Jen, there'll be some space in your office or some place there we can like drop book bags. So when we go to the penthouse, fancy, we'll have time to do some blogging and some sharing. I did put a survey out a little while ago about, or questions about, how can we gather these resources? And we're going to use Google Docs, we're going to use Padlets, we're going to use Flipgrids, all kinds of things together. So the penthouse is a racy little place. The top floor of the Department of the Interior. So if you're in the Washington Monument at the top, if you look one way, you'll see the Capitol. If you turn to your right, you'll see the tidal basin. I'm going to demonstrate this. If you turn this way, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial. And if you turn this way, I think is where you see the DOI. At least that's what the ranger said when we were at the top. And they have this beautiful, I'll post a picture tonight. They have this beautiful, hello, Leah, thanks for joining us. They have this beautiful room. Can she hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. So they have this room that we're going to be able to use that looks like we're in the press room somewhere. And we found out from Jen's husband that we're going to be able to maybe go out on the roof there outside on the penthouse and take beautiful pictures too. So
you didn't get that from him. He
yeah.
wouldn't know that.
Well, I'm trying to give him a little credit.
He doesn't deserve any credit. Don't worry. No, but it's an amazing place for a photo op. And yeah, it's really cool. It'll be a good space. Space is hard to come by in this town for us. So I called around a little and they're like, yeah, I just asked for a room. And they said, we'll give you the penthouse. Okay.
Fancy. So we'll look at some pictures there. We'll also look at pictures on the Lincoln Memorial steps. More information to come. I'll just put that there. So yes.
Dacia?
Yes.
I have a question for everybody when you have a sec.
Yes. So I'll order this puzzle so I know where to walk and stop and visit. Nice. Go ahead and ask the question there, Susan.
I just want to make sure that everybody got the link that I sent out at at least a week ago with a place for you to update your contact information and your flight information. We'll want to have access to that as we get closer. If you didn't, let us know now, and then Daisha and I can make sure that it gets out again, but just wanted to check.
Right. So most of our information, 99% of it, is getting disseminated on Facebook in our group, our private group. But I'm also trying to remember to put things out on the emails also, okay? Welcome to Allison, who just joined us from a cave. And
I'm driving.
Oh gosh, don't look at us.
I'm not looking at you guys, I'm just listening.
Okay, good. And yes, Kylie, we will send that again. And it's really just all of your information, but we're just trying to coordinate times when people are going to be at the airport. Maybe you can say, oh, we're going to be at the same airport at the same time. Let's split an Uber or a Lyft to get to the place that we're going to be. So we will definitely do that. Shelby, she put it on Facebook. So we'll make sure you get it back. If you decide to drive, will you be able to park? Yes, if we are staying at GW, there will be places for you to park, and we just have to request a ticket. I would say if you do drive, that you park there and then don't ever move it again, just because it's hard to park near the National Mall, and especially at the time that we are going, it's pretty crazy. So you might want to park it and then jump in an Uber or the van that we get for the shuttle. Anyone else have? If you drive, bring many plastic bottles of Diet Coke. Okay. I'm trying to monitor. Susan, was there anything else that we talked about?
Honestly, Daisha, I've been out of it. You guys, I just, last week before we closed school, I emptied my library completely for the 3rd time this year to load it back with brand new furniture. So my brain has not been on DC. My brain has been on trying to get 26,000 books in order. So I'll get back in the game.
That sounds like a big excuse to me, but whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that was all of the new information that we had. And again, this is the schedule, and it's been updated. And I'll try to get that out this week, since most people look like they're ready to sort of see. And Rita wants to do some homework, so we'll do that. I did order a shirt, and it's going to arrive Thursday, and I was going to wear it to DC this weekend to show Ranger Jen, but I can't. It is in blue. It is not teal. It is faded brush denim, but Carolina kind of color. It's really pretty. It was a little cheaper to go with.
With all this nesting, I need to size up, Daisha.
Say it again.
Do you hear me?
No,
I
say
said
it
with all
again.
this nesting that we're going to be doing, I need to size up.
No. So yes, think about all the nesting that you're doing for the next 2 weeks to 7 years, and add that to your thing. I, however, am still losing weight, which I'm trying. I'm not sick. So today I've been binge eating though on dill pickles that have 0 calories, and now I have a fever blister. But I'm getting skinnier. Okay, so 7 years. No, I'm just being facetious. Yeah, things are changing. Our world is changing, but I have total confidence that we're gonna flatten the curve and do the right thing. I had been watching a little clip that I sent Susan today. I'm gonna actually put it in the Facebook group right after this. It's 30 seconds from Apollo 13, when they're talking about, with all the things going wrong, this could be our greatest tragedy ever. And he says, I disagree. I think it's going to be our finest hour. So I'm holding on to that. I think this is going to be a really good time. Just for fun, I'm just going to screenshot that. And I'm going to tell everybody that Karen is a vampire and has no face, and Allison is in a cave. But you know what? I'm going to find the craziest pictures I can of Karen and Allison and Photoshop those in. So girls, you're in trouble now. Anything else that I can?
Daisha, I came in late, so I just wondered about GW. Are we staying there, or you're still working on that?
So yes and yes and no and yes and no. So we're still working on it. They've shut down. GW is closed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But they are still planning on hosting people. You have to be a group of less than 30, and we happen to be that. So that's a good thing. If we'd had more than that, they wouldn't have let us house together. They don't want any more than 2 people in a room, which saves us from having, bunk beds and 4 on top of each other. And they're just asking that there's not a lot of congregating, like laying on top of each other. And I told them that was another group. That wasn't us.
Oh my God, we can't hug each other all the time and lay on each other?
So, of course we can't hug because that's social distancing, but yeah. Jen is just sitting there grinning the whole time. We're a whole new breed for her. She, the married couple, that's up to you. If y'all want to get sick, just go ahead, go at it. I just figured that we put all the boys in one room and, including my husband, but whatever. Jen just laughs at me all the time. She just giggles that, first of all, she thinks you're all amazing. She talks about that all the time, how she can't wait to meet, people that would want to get together and build. And then she said, well, I'm talking to some of my people and they can't wait to meet y'all. They wondered, like, how many lessons do you think you could do, like 2 or 3? And I said, honey, this group, when we put this collective mind together, we're going to be able to build a bank of amazing things, K-12. Now, none of us are expecting anything to be built out in a lesson plan form that, a district gives you. We have our own way of compiling things and making things beautiful, and probably for the science and math ones using like a 5E model or something, but they're going to be very impressed. National Mall, national parks are going to be very impressed with us of all the stuff we're going to be able to create. Raise your hand if you have been working on your slam, your poetry slam, or you've been thinking about it. Ooh, I see a couple of hands up. Leah, can you give us an idea of a title?
No, but I had to Google it to figure out what it was.
Nice. That reminds me, Susan, we'll re-release that Google Doc again so they can start seeing the things that we did at the very beginning, because the new people may not have scrolled back that far. Kathy did something interesting. Now, I don't know what'll happen now since school is out, but she put it to her 5th graders for them to write something, and she would choose it and she would represent them on the steps. And she put together like a little swag bag of things I have seen at conferences the last 12 years that I think she stole out of one of my bags, I think. But that might be a good idea too, if you want to, put that out on your Google Classroom or something. If you want me to represent you, so think about that. Who else? Rita, you had your hand up. Where'd Rita? Oh.
Yes, I was in the midst of writing a rap that I hope all of you can help perform.
Nice. I can't wait for that. Michael, you've been working on something, haven't you?
Well, actually, my dad did a lot of the work. My dad wrote a poem for me when I first started teaching called Teacher Man. And there's a movie called Teacher Man about a guy named Mr. Conroy. And he goes into kind of like a very poor population, and he just has the hardest time. So Dad sent me the movie when I first started teaching, and he sent me the poem he wrote. And he said that me and Mr. Conroy are kindred spirits. So I lost my dad a few years ago, and he's very important to me. So I'm gonna read his poem at the MLK Memorial.
So That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do some powerful things. I'm still working on mine. I'm looking at some song lyrics that I'm going to sort of switch around again. So I think it really is, Rita, you're right. It's going to be special. I think it's going to mean a lot to a lot of people and hopefully inspire. By the way, we have 71 teachers on our waiting list to get into this event.
Holy
You
cow.
heard me, 71. Only 2 or 3 of them are pretty mad at me, but like, can't you just take a few more? And I said, no, Ranger Jen will just die if I pull anybody. But that's how popular it's getting already. So I'm real excited. I know that you guys were the ones that were supposed to be here. And it looks like, and I think I know the reason why, it looks like we're missing the whole Boise, Idaho group. But they just are not Boise, West Ada, but they just decided to close today. So I am sure they are in their rooms right now trying to pull together every piece. They weren't closed yesterday, and then it just happened early this morning. So we'll make sure we touch base with them. But there's 4 coming from West Ada district, and we have and Destiny and Nicole are also probably working on, because Midland, Arkansas, they close tomorrow, right? Or tomorrow's the day it starts. Yeah. So, yeah. Any other questions? Kathy, your dog is being very calm, unlike the other night when we were there and he was trying to bite my leg off. No, I'm just kidding. Anything else? McKenna, we know that you're a huge Poetry Slam person, so I know as soon as we announced this, actually, this was supposed to happen last year, and then because of a job change of mine, I was not allowed to do it. And then Jen and we just didn't have it, and we didn't have time to pull it together. But McKenna was in last year on day 1 of me announcing this because she loves poetry.
I do love poetry. I'm working on it. I'll let you know when I've got something.
Okay. All right. Mariah, I'm thinking you and Mary Ann are going to like do a poem in verse, like back and forth. Or maybe not. Okay. Shelby and Matt, is yours going to be a love poem? All right. Well,
they can bring the bongo drums.
Ooh, that's going to be cool.
Matt's going to say it, and then Shelby's going to dance to it.
Yeah, so Shelby is a ballerina dancer, I mean professional, and she is amazing. She also knows a lot about meteorology. So for those of you that haven't met her, she will be interpreting the dance or the weather each day for us in song, in dance. It'll be pretty spectacular to bring this back. We've missed this for quite a while. Any questions? Any more questions? Sorry, I don't have a lot to add, but I thought it'd be fun to bring our faces together. I want us to be like really good buddies before we even get there. And we're bringing in a lot of new people. So Jen is the only Jennifer Galt is the only person from Massachusetts that's not here, correct, Laurie? And
I haven't seen Caitlin.
Oh, and Caitlin, okay. Yeah, does anyone need my mitten size? Yeah, whoever's knitting, please make sure that Rita gets things. I am going to contact you, Mariah, about your Cricut because we're going to be working on some ideas for water bottles. We want you to be drinking.
Oh, I can definitely help out with that.
Yeah. And Angela, your job is to make sure that your sound works next time we're on. So I think if you go under your Chrome and your sound, maybe enable it on your side. I had the same problem like 2 months ago when I first started with Zoom. They couldn't see me. Like it was ridiculous. And I thought it was crazy. Then as soon as I went into Chrome and went under video, I had to click and give permission for Zoom to use my microphone, to use my video. So that might be something you want to do. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Is there a baby right there, Michael? Can you throw a baby in the air or something?
Actually, there's no baby because Benny's with Nana.
Oh,
for a few days.
Okay. All
So
right.
yeah, she's living it up.
I'm cool, Daisha.
Who's cool? Oh, that's Melissa. That's the better part of the Knowlton family. We call her
Correct.
Mel. And everyone, just for a moment, wave. There's Destiny. She just came into the group via her iPhone. Destiny, thanks for coming. We're finished now. Just kidding. But thanks everyone for being here. As soon as we finish, I will click the record button off and I will upload it straight away to YouTube and send you the link. Okay, it's unlisted, so be aware that it's unlisted. Let me, Destiny, where'd you go? Destiny, I don't see you. Okay. What'd she say?
That she might not have service because she lives in Floral. Oh, there she is.
There she is. I got a screenshot. All right, everybody. We will see you soon, and have a great night. And join me on Facebook for more information. Tomorrow is Tell It All Tuesday. Woohoo! All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome. Bye.
Ciao.
Daisha, before you hang up, I have a quick question.
Yes.
How come somebody on Facebook, some people have founding member next to their name and some of us don't?
So the day that you set up a group in Facebook, the day you do it, they become the founding member, and you joined a couple days after that.
Ah.
But if you want to, I will put a little sticker by your name so they'll know that you're there too.
I just saw that. I was like, hey, how come some people got that and some people don't?
Okay. All right. See you guys. Be safe. Wash your hands. Sneeze into your elbow. Woo! All right. Good night.
Night.
See y'all
Bye.
soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.